Hello, beautiful sisters. Welcome to my channel. My name is Mo, and I am a traditional woman in a modern world. On my channel, I like to post about traditional womanhood and femininity, biblical womanhood, tips and tricks, lifestyle, as well as modesty and modest fashion tutorials. If these are topics that you are interested in, please do stay tuned to my channel as we talk today about modesty. Yes, it is Modest Monday. On my channel, you will learn how to be more of a traditional woman, how to embrace biblical womanhood and femininity, as well as how to get rid of the self-doubt and elevate yourself to be the woman of God that God has created all of us to be. So please do subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification button so that you can be notified every time I have a new video on my channel, which I do need to apologize, and I think I'm going to keep apologizing because life happens, guys, and I've gone through moving so many times. We've got a new place, as you can see. The background is new. This is from my bedroom, and I very much do love my bedroom. You guys will be seeing more of my bedroom as I do more tutorials. There's a lot of things I'd like to share. There's a lot of topics that I'd like to continue to talk on and to expand on. And I think modesty is just one of the most fun topics that I like to share about because it really shows me the journey that I've been through and how I can share with other sisters of how to embrace traditional womanhood. Because when we talk about modesty, a lot of people think boring, type of clothing, no style, you pretty much just look like you're wearing a box. And that's not true. There's a lot of different fashion inspirations within modesty, as well as different ways to wear certain clothing. There's also hacks and things like that. So I'll definitely be talking more about the modesty hacks as well as sharing my modest closets, which I will be continuing on, and all those other topics that we sure do love discussing as women. Please do let me know in the comment section what other topics are you interested in learning about. Re-establish my dedication. Like, I am dedicated to this channel. I'm dedicated to the different Facebook pages, support groups I have created. Israelite Bride Squad, which is on Facebook, which is a virtuous woman squad or page support group that I have of about over 600 ladies, 600 sisters that we are there, and we share our experience of being traditional women in this modern society. So it's not that my lack of videos shows my lack of interest. There is a lot of things that I'm learning on the way to also becoming to do these videos. There's a lot of skills that I need to learn. Sometimes I don't even know what to say, but with always having that urgency on my mind that I want to continue sharing my journey because it makes such a big difference, especially when I hear from other people how the videos have made a difference to them or how they connect to my story. So definitely please do get hold of me on my different social media platforms because it really does encourage me to hear that people do miss my videos or there are topics that they'd like me to continue on, especially when it comes to modesty, being a traditional woman, wearing the head wraps and everything like that. Your encouragement really does help with inspiration because it's not very easy to come up with content that you have to release almost every week, as well as content that will inspire people because not a lot of people really want to hear about traditional womanhood or core values. However, I know there are women out there that care about these things, and that is why I make these videos so that I can connect with all you lovely ladies out there from wherever in the world you are. I am from South Africa, and I know many women in South Africa and across the world that do definitely practice modesty and traditional womanhood. So thank you so much for your support. Now let's get into this video. So my number one reason why I don't wear sexy clothing or fast fashion, as I'm going to explain, fast fashion is essentially all the Fashion Nova type of clothing, the skimpy clothing, the sexy clothing, the cutouts, the bodycons, all that revealing clothing is fast fashion because it's not timeless. It's always changing. There's always a new pattern, a new style, a new celebrity that wore it, a new color. So to create and build a closet based on immodest fashion can also become very time consuming and expensive essentially because you're always trying to keep up with the latest trends. You're always trying to keep up with the latest fashion. Whereas with modest fashion, it's more timeless. There are pieces within modest fashion that you can wear across all years and you will look as updated, as retro as before. Whereas fast fashion, like I said, it changes so much. There's so many different colors and styles. And we also have to acknowledge that with this type of fashion, you can look outdated really fast. As much as with modesty, if you do not use the right style tricks and hacks, you can also look really outdated. So that is one of my reasons. The second reason is, as I have grown and matured more and wanting to be viewed as more professional or more respectable. Let's be honest. In society, we are taught that people shouldn't care what we look like and what we wear. However, in all honesty, people do judge us for what we wear and how we wear it. People do judge us for what we wear. Essentially, you are what you wear. And in the professional industries, many industries have become more flexible with what women wear and how they dress. However, in a lot of businesses and office setups environment, they still expect us women to look professional and respectable. And in all honesty, nobody really respects anybody whose body parts are hanging out. Like your titties are out, your behind is out, your legs are out, everything is out all at one time. Even though if you are the CEO of that business or anything like that, trust me, your employees, your colleagues, the people that you work with, they look at how you dress and they make a mental note of how they treat you in the business and outside the business, as well as on your social media. If you're trying to be more professional, go into a more professional space, people do take into account our social medias. So if you're there on social media, half butt naked, titties all out, everything is hanging out, people are going to lose more respect for you when they actually meet you, because they could be surprised about the person and the intelligence that they get from you because they've already judged you on how you look. Adding on to being more respectable and professional in the office, harassment is a reality. Like, it does happen, and sometimes like you don't even notice it, and sometimes it does happen and we let it slide. There are many times in the office where colleagues, will make flirtatious passes at us or compliment us on our outfits. And to draw on to the more sexy outfits in the office, it can be a problem, especially it does make it harder for the men in the office. Like I said, we can't control men, but we can control how they see us, and that's how we present ourselves. So in order to not put ourselves in any Me Too situations, any harassment situations, dressing modestly does help a lot, because already you have tried to disarm the man's lustful ways by dressing up, by not revealing those intimate parts, those parts that men can sexualize, and not even just men, society in general. Could be men and women, could be organizations, it could be anyone. But it is a reality that it does happen. And number 3, let's just be honest, sexy clothing is uncomfortable. I mean, let's just think about it. When you're wearing a dress that is too short, you're always trying to pull it down. You're always trying to like fix it on the side and make sure that it's not too much leg or bum showing. I remember when you'd be wearing straps that are too small or uncomfortable, you're always trying to cover up and make yourself look decent, even though you're already not wearing an outfit that is decent, And I mean, a lot of people can say decent to whose standards, decent to what? Decent to, are you uncomfortable and are other people uncomfortable? Yes, we're not responsible for how other people see us. We're not responsible for how men think of us and everything like that. We can't hold every man accountable, which we can essentially, because if you want people to respect you, you also need to give something for people to respect. People need to be able to look at you and immediately think respect, not, oh, okay, she would be a nice date, or I can imagine her with her clothes off. Those are some of the thoughts that we do not want to generate. So we are responsible for the thoughts that can be generated from just looking at us. I mean, if someone hasn't spoken to you yet and they don't even know what you're about, what your name is, but they're just looking at you on the outside, would you respect yourself. Looking at yourself, would that person respect you? And also take note of how people treat you when you dress more modestly and when you don't. Personally, I have taken note of it, and throughout the years, I would say it's been about 5 years that I made the decision to become more modest. And every year it's different. Every year I wouldn't say every year my style changes, but I'd say it gets modified. I learn different tricks. I learn new ways to dress, and I learn my own style. I get inspiration from different pages, from different people. I will say that I draw a lot of inspiration from my hijab and Muslim sisters. They do help a lot, especially with the modest fashion and the different combinations that you can put together. So those are my 3 reasons why I dress more modestly, as well as why sexy clothing, isn't the best decision to make as a woman if we are trying to portray being a more traditional woman. Well, that's it for today's Modest Monday tutorial, or tips and tricks, whatever you want to call it. A short video, but we will get more consistent. By we, I mean me. But ladies, the sun is going down where I am, and I was trying to race to do this video before the sun goes down because I really have been missing connecting with my sisters. I've been missing making these videos, and I will be sure to be back with more videos about different topics. Let me know below what topics you are interested in. Send some pictures of some outfits that you guys have inspiration on, or some outfits that you would like me to even try, because seriously, sometimes the outfits, they finish. But I'll be back with more tips and tricks, as I said, more tutorials, more love for my sisters, more support for my virtuous sisters. Any sisters that are striving to be virtuous, please do get hold of me on my different social medias. I have Facebook, I have Instagram, and of course I have YouTube. This is our channel for us to connect. Thank you so much for your support.